Alrighty, what is going on, y'all? We have another trade recap video for today. I'm gonna run over what we were thinking, what trade I ended up taking, just kind of some thoughts all around. Okay, let's get it. All right, heading into today, I was actually kind of bullish. So first off, we were kind of tapping back down into this daily gap here. Boom, got a nice tap. We were rejecting off it pretty well, and we had just taken this sell side right here. I had a change in the state on the hour, and we were respecting this hourly gap for the moment. Okay. Um, I was looking. It was looking like it was going to play out like a buy model back up to all-time highs. Which actually we had some really good price action today. Finally, once this whole week, bro. But yeah, I was kind of looking for like a buy model to play out. I was wanting to see us come back down into this 15 unfilled 15 minute right here. So market open was around it was around here, and let's see if I can just cut it right here. Yeah, okay, we'll just replay here. So this is kind of like what we were looking like coming into market open. I wanted to see us kind of come down into this 15 minute, get these equal lows in here. We also had London Asia session lows right in there. So I was like, okay, we have a pretty strong draw as we could be coming down here. I had to change the I wanted to see the 15 minute get tapped into before taking a trade higher. Um, but like I wanted to see us be bearish at open per se, and then maybe run back up to those highs. Um, let's see. Okay, but that did not end up happening. Okay, yeah, this is what I was gonna say. The other thing I was keeping in mind, and it was kind of why I ended up taking a short at open versus sticking on my original buys, is we were in this hourly gap right here, and we had a fat ass rejection off of it. Look, this like doji candle and came right back down into it, fell straight back down into the range we were in. So I was like, okay, that's a pretty strong indicator that we're probably going to go lower towards this 15 minute and all this low resistance liquidity, because there's a ton of low resistance liquidity right in here. Let me get rid of that. Like, look at all that. Just absolute everything in there. I was wanting to see us maybe come run that. So, and we just taken out this high right here. ES was doing, god damn, okay, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, ES did the same thing, came up into that hourly gap, manipulated up into this hourly gap, and then got a strong rejection off of it. We did not close above it. If we closed above it, that's when I would have wanted to see us come back down, take a long, do that. So, wait, let me get out a replay here. Okay, so market open was right around here, and I was looking to take a short. Now, it looked like the setup, like what was about to form, is that we would literally just like immediately like rip down, and we weren't gonna get a retrace. Originally, I would have loved to see us like pre-market come back up into this little 15 minute, uh, unfilled 15 minute right there, and then take a trade off of that down to these lows. Because I don't trade pre-market. You probably could have taken a trade pre-market this morning, but I don't do that. Anyways, where are we? Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna go down to the 1 minute because we took this off of. Okay, so this is kind of where I entered right here. This is all pre-market right here. We had this little pullback up was kind of like, all right, I wanted to see a change in the state to the downside through that. I really wanted to see NQ come up and take this little this like a little 5 minute, 15 minute, whatever you want to call it, swing high, and then get a little SMT with ES, which we didn't do that, but we did have like a 1 minute SMT with ES right there, and I was like, all right, I'm pretty confident we're gonna run down these lows. So market opened like immediately, like ripped back down. We pulled back the slightest bit, and I entered right in off this change in the state. We were expecting that 1 minute gap right there. I put stop just above that high, and then I was targeting, is that London lows? Targeting London lows, so right here. So pretty clean trade, literally not a tick in drawdown. Um, Played out nicely, but I'm happy that I did not marry a bias, because like I said, I was bullish coming into today, and then after like seeing what we were doing and like reacting off of price action, I was like, okay, it looks, I think we're gonna actually, go lower because of what we're doing. So I did that very well. Um, we actually ended up putting an SMT in with ES at London lows, like right at, because ES took it first, and I almost closed my position out there, and I was like, all right, ES was still moving with a ton of volume, and I was like, okay, I feel like I think NQ is probably going to take the low because there's still a ton of like sell side liquidity resting lower. Where's the we had Asian session lows down here, and then we had these two literal like equal lows, and then the 15-minute gap that I said I wanted to come or see us go down into before it come down in the 15-minute before moving higher. So I held it. I trailed the stop pretty aggressively. Um and was like break even. So I almost like immediately went break even after like we moved down here. But yeah, I'll throw on executions here. It was a little over a $600 day for me. So not too shabby. Great way to end the week. And I was thinking this myself. I was like, man, you're such a dumbass, right? Because like the entire start of this week has been absolutely awful, like terrible trading conditions. And I took a trade, and if I literally wouldn't have taken any trades and just traded Friday, like I would have been up on the week and up on my accounts. Like it would have been absolutely great. So that's just another reason to stay extra freaking patient, dude, and just wait till you see the good setups and then size heavy into those setups. I didn't size that heavy into this one. This is just about uh, a normal win for me is anywhere from like, or I try to target anywhere from like $600 to $700 range. But solid trade. Stuck to my rules really well. Stayed patient, and I reacted very nice of what we were doing today. So yeah, that was today. Quick little trade recap. See y'all boys next week.